You're watching MITV, McAllen Instructional Television.
On behalf of McAllen ISD and our Board of Trustees, welcome to McAllen Veterans Memorial Stadium. McAllen ISD is rooted in a long legacy of excellence. Our success is driven by our world-class staff and our outstanding student body. We hope that you enjoy the competition, and we wish all those participating the best of luck. Welcome to McAllen Veterans Memorial Stadium. And I'm Jake Berry, this is Mark May. And Mark, we've got the biggest game of the week. As far as the monitor's concerned, they call this their game of the week because a lot of playoff ramifications with this game between Mac High and Mission.
Yeah, basically it is a playoff game, Jake, because tonight the winner is into the playoffs, and the team that doesn't win is going to go home. Their season will be over tonight. Mac High comes in. They are 2-3 in district. Mission is also 2-3. The winner, if Mac High wins, they could finish as high as third in the district, depending on some other things, or they could end up fourth. But either way, they would be in the playoffs by simply winning the game here tonight. Yeah,
this has a lot of March Madness feel to this. Win, and you're in. If not, you're going home. And there are some ramifications, and we'll talk about that later on in the segments. But you know, Mac High has played well enough to get to this spot. Now they're going to have to win to get in, and they're going to go against Mission, who last year was one of the reasons that they were not in the playoffs.
Yeah, Mission's had a tough team, and Coy Detmer, their head coach, is in his second year, and that last year was his first year getting these Mission Eagles back. And for Mac High tonight, they're going to have all of their weapons in sync, led by Gunnar Henderson. Henderson, the second leading scorer in the district with 14 touchdowns. He has 1,000 yards, actually, if you combine his receiving and rushing totals. Well over 1,000 if you throw in his kick return totals. He scored every way there is to score. He scored receiving, he scored rushing, he scored with a kick return touchdown, and so he is very dangerous. And I think if they can just find different ways to get him open tonight, that'll be a key for Mac High to win.
And there you see Coy Detmer, former NFL player and Mission Eagle himself. You know, his team played well against McAllen Memorial the last time they were here, or the first time they were here this year, but so many turnovers early in the first quarter kind of nullified them in that game. What do you see in this game?
For Mission, I see them throwing the ball effectively. They have the second leading passer in the district in Damien Cortez, and so they're also a team with a good running back he's a sophomore, but Horacio Moronta has had some good success in the other games we saw against Nicky Rowe and against Memorial. And then Gomez, the passer, has thrown for 5 touchdown passes this season. So they can score some points. Put 28 on the board against Memorial. They scored 21 in an overtime loss to Nicky Rowe. So this is a team that can score some points. And Mac High, I think, there could be a little bit of a shootout here tonight, because Mac High is another team that can also score some points.
And we've got great football weather tonight. It's about, we're in the
50s, I believe.
50s right now. It should be 40s by the time kickoff comes around. So great football weather. It's what they call nice weather up north. But for us down here, it's a little colder. The kids over here saying cold weather. But we'll take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about not cold weather, but Gunnar Henderson. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back to the Sideline Pregame Show, brought to you by Bridgenet Communications. Jake Berry, Mark May. Mark, you know, looking at this game, what are some of the things that, for the layperson, what do they need to know?
Well, I think both teams, their defense is not their strong point. They're both giving up about 30 points a game. So I would look for a high-scoring game tonight. And I think the key for Mac High is to maintain some ball control, run some time off the clock, keep their defense off the field. If they can do that, I think they can better control things, control their own destiny, if you will, or their own fate. And pull out a win tonight, get into the playoffs.
And Mission hasn't fared too well when they play here. So
yeah, they're 0-2 coming in.
So hopefully Mackay can help out Nicky Rowe, help themselves out, make the playoffs by beating Mission tonight. For the Sideline Pregame Show, I'm Jake Berry, Mark May, and we'll see you after the game.
You're watching MITV, McAllen Instructional Television.
Time now for another edition of Football Night in McAllen. It's a beautiful November evening, and it's the McAllen Bulldogs taking on the Mission Eagles in a do-or-die game. It's coming your way next, right here on Football Night in McAllen. And welcome back to Football Night in McAllen. I'm Mark May here in the press box at McAllen Veterans Memorial Stadium. We're just moments away from the kickoff between McAllen High and the Mission Eagles. And this is the 63rd meeting between these two, the first meeting back in 1926. So it's a long historic rivalry led by Mackay, 38-23, with one tie during that more than 6 decades that they've been playing. We're going to take a look at the keys to tonight's game, though, for this big matchup, which the winner is in the playoffs and the loser is out. I think for Mackay, they've got to unleash Gunner on defense here tonight. So let's look at our keys as we take a look now onto the field. They're recognizing some veterans. This is... They do this every game, is recognize veterans who are with the school district, but tonight it's extra special, especially 2 days before Veterans Day. We've got 2 veterans from World War II, both gentlemen in their 90s, Mr. Julio Garza and Mr. Mario Flores. One is the father of one of the assistant principals at McAllen High School. The other one is the grandfather of Mackay player number 4 right there, CJ Gonzalez, who is a senior on this Mackay team. And there we go, the 2 gentlemen there. And Mr. Garza and Mr. Flores, that's Mr. Flores on the left side, Mr. Garza on the right side, giving the thumbs up. Both gentlemen serving in our armed forces during World War II. And we appreciate everything those gentlemen have done to serve this country, and just a small way of us kind of paying them back a little bit and recognizing them. We're going to pause right now for the national anthem. Or excuse me, I think this is the Mackay alma mater that's playing, so we'll have the national anthem in just one moment. It'll be performed by the Mackay Mariachis. here tonight. So a very special alma mater. Let's go ahead and take a look at the starters as Mackay is going to be receiving in the first half. So we'll take a look at their backs and receivers. It'll be Aaron Nixon starting at quarterback. He's just a sophomore, but coming into his own, fifth leading passer in the district. Roy Gutierrez has 10 touchdowns and is just a little over 100 yards away from 1,000 for the year. Keep an eye on him. Raul Cantu will be the fullback, and then Henderson, Christian Solis, Dylan Martinez round out the receiver corps. Then the offensive line for Mackay tonight entails Nick Sanders, a senior, Taylor Dowd, a sophomore at guard, Ricardo Salinas, senior in the middle, Edgar Gaona, a senior at guard, and Zach Mejia, a junior at tackle. Then looking at the starting defense for Mission, 4 down linemen, Victor Gutierrez, Jairo Rocha, Chris Hernandez, and Derek Cavazos. And then their linebacker corps, Esteban De Leon, Alexander Gomez, Tomas Garcia, and Justin Damez. And then finally their defensive backs, Cordova, De La Garza, and Gerals. And now we're ready for our national anthem. Unfold once more. It's the Mackay alma mater going right now. That must have been the Mission alma mater from a moment ago. And you can see the ROTC is ready. They've got the U.S. flag, the Texas flag, and the battalion colors. And the JROTC color guard will consist of these 5 young men and ladies. You get their names right there. You can see Cadet Private America Alvarez, Cadet Corporal Jacob Quintanilla, Cadet Private Abby Villalba, and Cadet First Sergeant Saul Gonzalez. And the left guard is Cadet Private First Class Jaime Villarreal, under the instruction of Captain Raul Munguia and Master Sergeant Reyes Rios. They do an excellent job, and they're also the ones, Mr. Munguia and Mr. Rios, the ones who get our Veterans of the Week each week. So we appreciate all their efforts, especially getting 2 World War II vets that we had here tonight. A very special occasion right before Veterans Day. You see the Mackay cheerleaders under the direction of Miss Jennifer Rodriguez. And now we'll have our national anthem coming up here in a moment. It'll be performed by the 4-time state champion McAllen High School Mariachis under the direction of Mr. Alex Trevino. And that'll follow the they're bringing the Veterans of the Week out to the middle right now. See, even the Mission Eagle players cheering, all that good sportsmanship here by these teams. You know, one gentleman, a gunner in a plane during the Second World War. Yeah, they're getting a standing ovation here.
Thank you for your service. How about a big hand for a World War II veteran? I know my dad was one, and he's proud right now.
A standing ovation there from the fans here from McAllen High School and for Mission High School.
For tonight's game, the commander in charge.
And that's really something else to recognize our World War II veterans, because they won't be around with us for too much longer. It's Mr. Julio Garza, Mario Flores, and we really appreciate their efforts in serving our country, and all of the war veterans who are out there from all of the conflicts in our nation.
The program is under the direction of Captain Raul Montiel, with the battalion commander, Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Samantha Thorpe. Would everybody please remain standing and remove your headgear for the playing.
So now we're ready for our national anthem, performed by the McAllen High School Mariachis.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes set bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Wonderful job by Cameron Ramirez with the McAllen High School Mariachis, and no wonder they are 4-time state champions in that mariachi competition. And a great job there, and we're ready to play some football here tonight. The McAllen Bulldogs and the Mission Eagles. The Bulldogs come in 3-6 overall. Mission is 4-5. More importantly, both are 2-3 in the district play, and so they come in tied. The winner will be 3-3 and will be in the playoffs, and the losing team 2-4 and will be out of the big show. We see the Mission Eagles about ready to come out, and we're going to see how these two teams match up. And you can see it's pretty even, just 1 yard apart in terms of total yardage, but how they get that is a little different. Mission is more relying on the running game, 180 yards versus 100. And then for Mackay, it's a little more balanced. The rushing about 160 a game, about 120 passing a game. And then scoring is pretty even too, maybe about less than a 1 point difference between the two. Mackay at just under 24 points a game, and the Eagles at 23 points a game. And then defensively, they're both at about 29 points a game in terms of what they give up. So a very even matchup between these two here tonight. Now, Mission won the toss, but they elected to defer to the second half. And those Mission Eagles that we see coming out now to the field right now will be kicking off to start the game so they can receive in the second half, and it'll be the McAllen Bulldogs receiving here in the first half of play. Now, normally we have southeasterly winds, which means they blow from right to left, but it's the opposite tonight with the norther coming in late yesterday afternoon, and so the winds will be out of the north for the whole evening through. So we'll see how that impacts the kicking game and where the teams, their passing games as well. You can see it'll be Mackay in the purple. Mission will be wearing the white pants and the white jerseys with the maroon helmets with the eagle emblem and the maroon numbers. And there's Gunnar Henderson right there, near his 5-yard line, ready to receive the kickoff and hopefully run this one back. He does have a 99-yard kickoff return earlier this year against Victoria East that went all the way to the house. But most teams usually elect to kick away from him, so we'll see what Mission decides to do. Glad you can be with us here on McAllenISD.org, coming to you live with video and audio. We're allowed to do that on Thursday nights. There's Dylan Martinez right there, back to receive. On Friday nights, UIO rules kick in, and we have to do a podcast when it's live, and then once the game is over, it's available on demand for video and audio. And this game will be available on demand as well, so if you miss it live, you can always catch it again at McAllenISD.org. So we're about ready to kick off here, and for Mission, it'll be number 14, Renee Rodriguez, be doing the kicking. And McAllen will advance from left to right field. It's high and short. It's going to be fair caught. Looks like CJ Gonzalez at about the 38-yard line. So the Bulldogs will have some good field position there. We've given you the starting lineups for both teams for the offense and defense of Mackay and Mission. And we'll see how these two teams go here on this first possession. Mackay is led by Coach Kevin Brewer in his 5th year, and Mission led by Coach Coy Detmer in his 2nd year. So here goes Mackay. Aaron Nixon in the shotgun. Is going to hand this off Roy Gutierrez, and Gutierrez turns his way forward for about a 2-yard gain. So Gutierrez entered tonight with 883 yards rushing, so a little over 100 yards away from 1,000 for the season, averaging about 5.1 a carry. And we mentioned earlier he has 10 touchdowns. There we see Coach Kevin Brewer. 2nd down and 8 here for the Bulldogs. Again, Nixon out of the gun. Going to hand this off going right side. This is Henderson. Mr. Outside crosses the 40 up to about the 44-yard line. A gain of 4, and it'll bring up 3rd down. So clock running here as the Bulldogs have it at their own 45, 3rd down and 3. We take a look at that replay. You saw a good block thrown by Christian Solis. Now here on 3rd down, Nixon puts it in the air. It's caught by Henderson. 1st down to about the 45-yard line in Mission territory. It's a gain of 9 on 3rd down and 3. I think it was Alexander Gomez, a linebacker, who makes the tackle here. As we take a look at this replay. Yeah, it was Gomez who wrapped him up, brought him down. Here's again, trying to turn it around the corner. Mission strings it out, and Henderson gains about 4 yards before he's brought down. I think Mission was afraid for a fake, so they elect to take a timeout. Let's go ahead and take a break, and we'll be back in a moment. Mackay with the football, and no score on the board as yet. We're watching Football Night in McAllen.
Child is family. Embraced with academic rigor, life skills, and enrichment, our students are McAllen ISD.
At Mackay's defense, it'll be Antonio Rodriguez, Moses Mendez, Jerry Lopez, and Mason Brewer on the defensive line. Linebackers Trace Gagne, Ethan Moya, and Jordan Lopez. And there's the secondary, Godinez, Chiquito, Helmkamp this year with some interceptions and fumble recoveries, and a great one right there as Mackay sets up with the football. They'll have a 1st and goal situation here. They're going to spot this right at the 10. So for Mackay, they're at the Mission 10. And it's a 1st and goal with 8:12 to play here in the 1st quarter. Let's see what Mackay does with this opportunity. There's Gutierrez, big hole up the middle, and he's in for the touchdown. And just like that, Mackay on the board. Roy Gutierrez with the 10-yard burst for his 11th touchdown of the year. And Mackay in front, 6-0. Boy, that scoring drive took only 4 seconds. 1 play, 10 yards. Bulldogs on the board. And took it in from 10 yards out. 7 Bulldogs early on in the 1st quarter. We'll be back in a moment.
Gonna go under your tongue.
One of the big advantages of having your child come to McAllen School District is they have a registered nurse at each and every campus. Our registered nurses are readily available for all our students, and our focus is on your child's success.
We're back here on Football Night at McAllen. Mackay Bulldogs in front early, 7-0. Following a turnover recovered by Zach Garcia at the 10-yard line, then Roy Gutierrez with the 10-yard touchdown run. And it's Bulldogs by 7. Here's a short kickoff, is high and fair caught at about the 33-yard line. So both teams electing to concede on that last position. And Brewer receives up. So Eagles passing now 0 for 2. And I'm told by my director is taking a look at the replay in our production trailer. It was number 60. That was Mason Brewer, the junior defensive end, who had the big hit that caused that fumble. And then, of course, it was eventually recovered by number 18, Zach Garcia. So a great play by both gentlemen. Big play by the Mackay defense. And here's a quarterback. I think that might be the Wildcat, because that looks like Moranta, who tried to run it back to the line of scrimmage and bring up 3rd down and long. That's number 9. That's Moranta, the running back. And he gets back to the line of scrimmage. Well, it'll be 3rd down and 10. Take a look at that replay there. So here's the quarterback, Gomez, going to roll out right on 3rd and 10. Nowhere to go. It's flushed out of the pocket. Now hits his man. It's Moranta at the 40. Is wrapped up and is going to be pulled down just short of the 1st down. It's a good open field tackle there by Mackay's 34, Christian Villarreal. If he had let go of him, then Moranta would have scampered for a touchdown. It looks like he's a full yard short as they've got the ball spotted at the 43-yard line. See what Mission decides to do. This would be a little bit risky this early in the game to go for it, even though it is just a short yardage. And it looks like they might, though. So the Eagles lined up here on 4th down and 1. Quarterback sneak. And looks like he's probably has it. That was Gomez who surged ahead for, looks like 2 full yards. And it'll be a 1st down for the Eagles. Of course, this is a do-or-die game. The winner of the game gets into the playoffs, and if you lose, you're out. You see the Mackay cheerleaders. It's a chilly night here, temperature in the 50s. As we take a look at that replay, and you can see Gomez surging ahead on 4th down. So here they go on 1st down, and not much there. They'll be back to the line of scrimmage for Moranta. So for the Eagles, it's been hard rushing so far. They've had 4 rushes for only 10 yards. See the Mackay band under the direction of Mr. Jason Dunn. Under 6 minutes to play now here in the 1st quarter. 7-0 Mackay. The Mackay Steppers. They've been a tradition here at Mackay since 1970. As Gomez wants to throw, now flushed out of the pocket, it's going to be sacked. Big sack there for the Mackay Bulldogs. Look like the defensive end, Antonio Rodriguez, who got in there. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and long. I think Trace Gagne, the linebacker, also blitzing in there, got through, and they cause a 3-yard loss there. And that'll bring up 3rd down. So Mackay defense playing well here so far against a Mission team that came in averaging about 23 points a game. 3rd and long. Gomez wants to throw. Flushed out of the pocket, is being chased and is in the grasp now and is thrown down. Ball comes loose. They'll either count that as an incomplete pass or an intentional grounding. Now I see a flag go down. This could be intentional grounding against the Eagles. It was Malachi Dames who was chasing Gomez and was able to yank him down. So this is going to be a penalty plus the loss of down.
Intentional grounding on the offense, number 9. That's a spot foul. That also carries also down. 4th down.
So that's going to be the first penalty of the game on either team.
From Marqueso.
Here's our officials for tonight. Mr. David Corona is the referee in charge. You see the rest of the crew as we see the punt on the field. It's going to go well away from Gunnar Henderson. It's going to take a bit of an eagle roll all the way inside the 30 and going to be killed at the 27-yard line. So each team has punted one time now, and the Bulldogs will take over at their own 27 with 4:45 to play here in the first quarter. And they have a 7-0 lead thanks to a Roy Gutierrez 10-yard run for a touchdown. Set up by Zach Garcia's fumble recovery and Mason Brewer's big hit that caused the fumble. That's our big plays here so far. Going to be Mackay taking over on offense now. So Aaron Nixon at his own 27. 3 down lineman for the Eagles. He's going to hand this off. Gutierrez hit in the backfield, spins his way free. Now has some good yardage as he crosses the 30 up to about the 33-yard line. A gain of 6 on the play. That was a good play because they nearly had him in the backfield for a loss. I think it was Weldon Geralds who brought him down, the defensive back. Also in there on the tackle was 33 Brian Canchola. So here we go on 2nd down and 4, and he's being chased, and Nixon has to get rid of it. We'll see if they throw the flag for intentional grounding, and they do. So this is going to push the Bulldogs back. Coach Kevin Brewer out there to make his case. He looked like he was outside the tackle box, but the ball never got back to the line of scrimmage, I don't think.
Intentional grounding on the offense, number 9. That's a spot foul. Also carries a loss of down. 2nd down.
So we're going to move this back. So it's from the spot. He was already way back, being chased by Victor Gutierrez. And hard to tell from that angle if the ball got back to the line of scrimmage, which would have been the 33-yard line. So they're going to spot the ball at the 17. And now Nixon wants to throw on 3rd down and the 4th down, actually. It's 3rd down, actually, I should say. I didn't think it was 4th down. Let's take another look at this play. Oh, here's the penalty. See, that ball looked like it bounced right around the 26, 27-yard line. That was well short of the line of scrimmage. So now it's 4th down and long, 4th down and 20, and the Bulldogs will punt the football. It's Christian Solis who punts it. He'll take a big Bulldog bounce all the way to the Eagle 40. Eagles pick it up there, run it across midfield, just into Bulldog territory to the 49. Nice little return there by Sebastian Gonzalez. And number 20, Daniel Chiquito, who made the tackle there. And it'll be mission football at the Bulldog 49. 3:52 to play here in the first quarter. Bulldogs in front, 7-0. So Gomez under center, 2 men in the backfield. And a big hole there right up the middle. It's a good run there for number 28, Jose Resendez. And Resendez with a burst all the way to the 39. Looks like enough for a 1st down. Just mission 2nd 1st down. You take a look at that replay. Daniel Chiquito helping on the tackle there, along with the Bulldogs number 33, Jackson Helmkamp. 3.5 to play here in the first quarter. Eagles on the move. They hand this off. Resendez hit in the backfield. Brewer got a piece of him, as did another defensive lineman, Jordan Lopez. And he'll be down for a loss of 2, actually, at the 41. Take a look at that replay there. You can see a good defensive play there by the Bulldogs. Be second down and 12 now. Under 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Four down lineman for the Bulldogs. Gomez backs up into the shotgun. Wants to throw. There's the blitz. Ball is tipped and incomplete. Was intended for Gonzalez. Going to bring up 3rd and 12 now. We see Bulldogs linebacker Rene Garcia coming out. So 3rd down and 12 now for the Eagles. Going to put 3 receivers to the right. Man in the backfield is Resendez. Short down, well short of the first down. I believe that was Alti Hedina, or Moronta, they say, made the catch, but a gain of only a yard to the 38. In their own territory at the minute 39 to go here before the end of the first quarter. McAllen in front 7-0 on a Roy Gutierrez run. Bulldog fans here tonight. Also have a lot of Veterans Day activities going on today and tomorrow, Friday, at many of our schools. And a lot of them like to bring in some local veterans from the neighborhood and honor them. Gunnar Henderson on first down is hit for a little bit of a loss here. Or they think they're going to give him credit back to the line of scrimmage. So you take a look at that replay. Several Eagles in there. The one getting the first hit looked like 33, Brian Canchola. Called out his name already a couple times. And here's handoff Henderson trying to turn the corner. Now he does a little bit as he's hit at the 40 and crosses up to near the 43-yard line to bring up 3rd down and short. Henderson came into this game with over 400 yards rushing, averaging nearly 6 yards per carry. And they're going to give him credit to the 43, so to bring up 3rd down and 5. Bulldogs 1 for 3 on 3rd down so far. Last minute of the first quarter. They got trips left as Nixon wants to throw to the right. And it's a little bit too high and incomplete, intended for Solis. And that'll bring up 4th down. There's the Bulldog, the steppers and the band really getting into it here. Helps keep you warm, I guess, all that movement. All right, they're feeling the spirit. If the Bulldogs pull off the win here tonight, they're in the playoffs. They've got the lead right now at 7-0. Bulldogs in a punt formation. That's Solis, and his punt is going to be high and going to be fair caught at the 24-yard line. So no return off a 33-yard punt. And they spot him at the 25-yard line with 21 seconds left in the first quarter. And we see Mission's High Flyers, their dance team. A lot of silver out there. And this could be the last play of the first quarter. This Mission comes out with 2 receivers to the right. They got an I backfield. Going to hand this off. Looks like Resendez with a big hole at the right side. Is able to get outside the secondary. First down and more as he crosses the 40. Up to the 41-yard line. A pickup of 16 yards. That'll be a big first down there. And that looks like it's going to be the last play of the first quarter. And after 1, it's going to be McAllen 7 and the Eagles nothing. So we see that replay there. And we've reached the end of 1. By the way, Daniel Chiquito with the tackle. And after one quarter in the books, it's Mackay 7, the Eagles nothing. We'll take a break. We'll continue with more football night in McAllen right after this.
We love a good game, but here at Bogus, we don't believe in games and gimmicks when you're buying a new vehicle. Just real deals, friendly service, and fair prices. It's better at Bogus, in Harlingen, in McAllen, and always at bogusford.com.
And we're back here on football night in McAllen. Bulldogs 7, Eagles nothing as we start the second quarter. Teams have switched in, so the Eagles now moving from left to right. And Bulldog defense is held pretty firm here tonight. So let's see what the Eagles do here. First down and 10. This is Resendez going around the left side, and he's going to be pulled down for a loss. Big play there by Rene Garcia, the linebacker. They're going to spot him back at the 37-yard line, a loss of 4 on the play. Now second down and about 14. You can see Lopez even held there, but fought off the hold and was able to get the solo tackle. Great play by the defender. Okay, now it trips right, single receiver left, 1 man in the backfield, and they're going to flare this out to the right side, and it's incomplete, intended for Tijerina. I think Helmkamp was covering on that play, and it brings up third down and 14. Mission passing only 2 for 7 so far for 12 yards. They came in as the second leading passing unit in the district. So here they go, third down and 14 from their own 37-yard line. It's going to be a draw play. And it'll pick up about 3 yards, be well short. And the Bulldogs come away with the football. And they are saying it's Bulldog football. Boy, that was the most casual turnover ever seen. Moses Mendez, big number 99, comes up with the football. And it's the second turnover here tonight. This perfectly thrown by Nixon and then forced out of bounds at the 5-yard line. So it's first and goal. Got to hand it off. Gutierrez with a convoy of blockers trying to get through to the, going to be brought down about the 3. Looked a little more promising at first, but it'll be second and goal from the 3-yard line. Mackay lining up quickly here. Doesn't want to give the defense a chance to adjust. They've got Cantu as a wingback right, going to run this over right guard. Oh, it's a keeper by the quarterback, and it's a touchdown. Oh, he fooled me on the handoff to Gutierrez. Nixon kept it and runs in for his third touchdown of the season, and the Bulldogs increase their lead to 13-0. Only 3 plays and 40 yards that drive. The Bulldogs have struck quickly when they've had the football here tonight. Lead it now 13-0, and the extra point is up and good by Sam Maldonado, and it's now 14-0 Bulldogs with 10:37 to play here before halftime. Take another look at this. It was set up by a 35-yard catch by Solis. So we see back there to receive is number 12, Steve Villarreal. This is going to be high and short, fielded at about the 23. Will be a return, though. So he gets up to about the 30 before he's brought down. That was Alejandro Lopez. And on the tackle were 30, Braden Morales, and also Christian Villarreal for the Bulldogs. And Mission's going to set up shop at the 30-yard line. By the way, that scoring drive for the Bulldogs, their second tonight, went 40 yards, set up by the Mendez fumble recovery, 40 yards in 3 plays. Nixon a 3-yard run for the touchdown. Okay, here goes Mission. They're going to toss this left. It's It's a new running back as he gets across the 30. He has a first down and more. Spins around up to about the 46-yard line. Terrific run there by Andrew Maldonado. We got several good running backs on this team. They came in averaging about 180 yards rushing per game. And that was run all the way up to the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 15 on the play. We took a look at that replay. Just over 10 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Bulldogs up 14-0. They're going to put over on the left side big number 88, Raimundo Garcia, as they run this straight ahead. This is Resendez. Or excuse me, that was 22 Maldonado again. And Maldonado takes it up across midfield to the Bulldog 49. It's a gain of 6 on the play. Going to bring up second down and 4. Let's take a look at that replay. And it looked like for the Bulldogs, linebacker Wilbert Murillo got the tackle. Bulldogs playing a great defensive game here tonight. They toss this to the left, flag goes down, and now a whistle. So a toss to Moronta. But we'll see what the flag is about. It's probably on the offense usually in these situations.
False start on the offense, number 12. That's a 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
That's the second penalty against the Eagles. That'll move it back to the Eagle 46. Gomez under center. He's going to hand this off. This is Moronta. Moronta gets the penalty yardage back. And that's going to be it. And that's going to bring up third down. Eagles haven't done that well on third down. They're 0 for 4 now. They're facing a third down and 4. So you take a look at the replay. You see several Bulldogs bringing him down, including number 54, Antonio Rodriguez. And now a fumble is loose. And the Bulldogs dive on the loose football. It's Jackson Helmkamp.
Bank, our goal is to help you grow and prosper with the financial tool.
Happened today, and some more are planned tomorrow at the campuses. And earlier this week, they had some other things going on. What are some of the things you've been seeing?
Well, one of the things, we're very, very proud of the veterans that we've been honoring. As we know, we owe everything. We owe our freedom and everything that we enjoy as U.S. citizens to all of our veterans. So to all the campuses and all the students and staff that have been organizing these special events, thank you very much. And to all our veterans that have taken time to be with us, we do want to thank you all. And looking forward to tomorrow. We have a lot of assemblies that are going on. And as a matter of fact, my father, Oscar Gonzalez, was a Korean War veteran, so he'll be here with us tomorrow. He's 88 years old and excited to be at Gonzalez Elementary. My boy's a kindergartner there and invited his grandpa over to the celebration. So it's a special event for our family.
Wow, that's amazing. I didn't know your father had served in Korea.
Yes.
I know one of our former school board members, Dr. Ricardo Chapa, also a Korean War veteran. So glad to hear that.
Yeah, we're real proud of Dad. He served his country and gave 38 years of his life to education. So he was an educator in Jim Howe County and did a tremendous job. And following in his footsteps and loving what I do as an educator. So I owe everything to him and Mom, and we're excited that they're going to be here in town with our McAllen ISD family.
Jerry Lopez making the stop on that third down play, and the Eagles electing to go for it on fourth down. And it looks like they got just enough. They needed only 1 yard, and they were able to move the chains and pick up the first down there. So they are now at the Bulldog, or rather the Mission 47-yard line here with 5:07 to go in the second quarter. On the scoreboard, 20-0. And did you? I take it you were here earlier. Did you see the wonderful Veterans Day ceremony they had for the game, honoring those two World War II veterans? That was just really something else.
And it's always special because you know that these individuals are coming to us with fascinating stories and the things that they must have gone through when they were in that particular position as war veterans is something that it's hard to wrap your mind around. So for us to be able to celebrate them tonight is something special because of the fact that they gave so much for our country, and we can't say enough for their effort and how proud we are to honor our veterans. And we look forward again to tomorrow's events as more veterans come in, because our students and our staff and everybody in our city are very, very proud and appreciative of our veterans.
Here's Resendez on the carry here. Ethan Moya and Eduardo Ramon had a big hit on the quarterback you saw in that replay, as Resendez is brought down in Bulldog territory at about the 48 after a gain of 5 on the play. And Mission now facing a 3rd down and 5. And I know you've been also going to some of the campuses, haven't you, and seen some presentations that the staff has put on for you. Tell us a little bit about what's been going on there.
What the campuses have been doing is presenting their executive summaries to us that are driven by our strategic plan, the 4 goals that drive our strategic plan. So everything in their summaries, it's kind of like our coaches do. It's their game plan for how they're going to execute and how they're going to make sure that we hit the mark with regard to scores and everything else that we're doing. So a lot like coaches set up a game plan is what they're doing for us. As the executive summaries are presented, they showcase how they're going to hit the mark in every area tested. But it's more than that. It's just how they're going to run their organization at a world-class level.
And I know you often like to compare schools to the business world, and the business world is so systemic and results driven. And can you talk a little bit about some of those parallels? I know you've lectured about in the past.
Well, we know that we are a business. We have a large staff. When you're looking at 3,500 employees and you're looking at a budget of $280 million and a lot that goes into financing everything that we do. So we make sure that we are very, very responsible in looking at our academic return on investment for everything that we're doing. We do strategic procurement on everything that we purchase, and we make sure that just like businesses have, that we have an organization, that we have continuous improvement worked in, that our systems and processes are fine-tuned.
Okay, clock running at a minute 13, minute 12 to go before halftime. Eagles still have 2 timeouts to work with. They've got the wind has pretty much died down, so that's not a factor right now. They're at the 28-yard line on 1st and 15. Tomorrow night for the city champion and also district champion. And getting ready for the second half on football night at McAllen. Bulldogs up 20-0. We see the little Bulldogs coming out onto the field. Could also call them future Bulldogs. They're from the elementary schools, and maybe about 6-7 years from now, they themselves will be playing high school football for McAllen High School. This is the 63rd meeting ever between Mission and Mackay. First meeting back in 1926. Mackay leads that series 38-23. With one tie, and here come the Mission Eagles. And both teams came into tonight needing a victory to get into the playoffs. It was all Mackay in that first half. They're on top 20-0. But the stats for halftime were a little closer than what the score seems to indicate. And we'll take a look at the halftime stats here. It's Mackay is leading in two major categories. They're leading in points, of course, 20-0, and in turnovers. 3 turnovers by Mission in that first half were costly. All 3 led to Bulldog touchdowns, and Mackay committing 1 turnover themselves, and they were able to hold serve and keep the Eagles out of the end zone. There we see the first downs, 9-7 in favor of Mackay. Rushing yards about even. Both teams held under 100 yards. Passing yards, both teams held under 50 in the first half. And then total yards, very close, you can see, 131 for Mission, 127 for the Bulldogs. And penalties, Mission with 4 penalties for 24 yards, and the Bulldogs 1 penalty for 5 yards in that first half. So actually a pretty clean first half in terms of penalties out there. And we're about to start the third quarter. And it'll be the Bulldogs to kick off, and the Eagles will receive. And you see back there to receive is number 11, J.R. Cortez. This will be high and short, fielded at about the 27-yard line and run up to about the 30. Short return there for number 4, Altihadina. And it'll be Mission football to start off here in this third quarter of play. So Eagles trailing on the scoreboard 20-0. So we've got Eagles timeout right now. And by the way, for Gutierrez in that first half, the Mackay running back had 2 touchdown runs of 10 yards and 5 yards, has 58 yards rushing in the first half. So he is still 59 yards shy of reaching 1,000 for the about the same what he got in the...
We love a good game, but here at Bogus, we don't believe in games and gimmicks when you're buying a new vehicle. Just real deals, friendly service, and fair prices. It's better at Bogus, in Harlan, in McAllen, and always at bogusford.com.
For McAllen High School, with number 50, Renee Garcia. David Chiquito also getting in there on that play. Under 10 minutes to go here in the third quarter. And here's a handoff, Moranta once again. And he crosses the 35 down to about the 33-yard line, a gain of 8 on the play. You take a look at that replay. You can see Helmkamp put on a big hit that helped knock Moranta down. Helmkamp came in with 69 tackles to lead the team. As we see some movement. Tackle by one of the Bulldog players, but after the whistle, that was Antonio Rodriguez. Wanted to make sure that Gomez didn't go anywhere. Let's see what the flag is about.
Defensive offside. It's a 5-yard penalty. Repeat second down.
Only the second penalty on the Bulldogs.
First down.
That'll got in there on the tackle. Helmkamp also in there. So ball spot at the 26. Eagles on the march here in this third quarter. Clock running at 8:22 to play. They're going to toss this left. There's some room there. And down to about the 15-yard line is number 22, Maldonado. And Maldonado will have another first down for these Eagles. The ball's going to be at the 14-yard line, a gain of 12 in the play. So the Eagles moving the ball here in this third quarter. Drive started at their own 30-yard line. Now 1st and 10 at the Bulldog 14. Yeah, hand this off. That's Moranta. Bounces it outside. It's being strung out. That's Helmkamp has him. And a great tackle there by Helmkamp. Ball came loose at the end, but I think they're ruling he was down. And Helmkamp brings him down along with teammate Jordan Lopez. And they're going to give him a gain of 1 yard. So 2nd down and 9. See the replay there. Helmkamp with a terrific play. Lopez came in there late. Also in there on the action was Rene Garcia. Eagles have used up almost 5 minutes of this opening second half. Play action. Going to throw for the end zone, and it's tipped and incomplete. Great recovery play by David Chiquito, the sophomore defensive back. And it looked like that was going to go for a touchdown, but David Chiquito gets back there, knocks it away, and it's incomplete. Yeah, terrific play by the sophomore secondary man. Stops the clock at 7 minutes to go here in the third. And a 3rd down and 9 now for the Eagles. Might be 2-down territory for them. They went for it 4 times in the first half. So here's Gomez rolling out to his left. He's going to open up and throw, and this is caught at the 5-yard line. Thought he might have overthrown Moranta, but it was actually caught by Gonzalez at the 5-yard line. That's going to be right on the first down. In fact, they're going to spot him at the 4. It's a 9-yard pickup, so I think it's enough for a first down. They're going to measure this, but it looks like it's going to be enough as we take a look at this replay. See, Moranta nearly broke up the play. I think he was trying to hit Gonzalez. That's a bit of a generous spot, as it looks like Gonzalez was brought down and around the 6. Now I would imagine they would go for it here. It's only about maybe 3 or 4 inches. So they spot this ball. Eagles 2 for 4 on 4th down. So here they go. It is 4th down, less than a yard. 2 men in the backfield behind Gomez under center. He's going to quarterback sneak. Get a shove from behind. Looks like he got enough for the first down. Gomez jumped up and collided with one of the officials. And they're going to spot the ball at the 3, and this will be 1st and goal from there as we see the replay. And you can see right here at the replay is that Gomez snapped away from the defender. And actually, he was trying to pull away, and the defender let go of him, and as he let go, Gomez accidentally collided with an official. No harm done. And the ball will be at the 3-yard line after the 1-yard pickup. And the first down. So 1st and goal here for the Eagles. First time they've had it this deep in the game as we're under 6 minutes to go. There's a handoff in the backfield, and Mackay stuffs that. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. That was a handoff to, I think the Bulldogs might go for it. They've had some good success on this drive. This will be the first time in this game they've gone for it on 4th down. They've got Nixon in the gun with Gutierrez to his right. And kind of a free play here. Intercepted by Mission, but long after the whistle. See what the flag is about.
Offsides on the defense, number 1. It's a 5-yard penalty. First down.
Wow, the first penalty of the second half against Mission, but it's a costly one. 4th down in less than a yard, and Mackay is basically gifted a first down. The ball moves up to the 30-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs with 2:19 to play here in the third. So Nixon will give it to Gutierrez going around the left side, hit in the backfield, and then goes down right at the line of scrimmage. So if that had been the 4th down play, he probably would not have gotten the first down. Bulldog cheerleaders keeping the spirits up here in this third quarter. Saw a good block there by Dowd on that play. But the Mission defense, Alexander Gomez again able to get in there and tackle Gutierrez for no gain. Nixon wants to throw. Going to go deep to the left side. It's incomplete, intended for Martinez. And that'll bring up 3rd down. We take a look at the replay. Martinez just running kind of a go route down that left side. So 3rd down and 10 now for the Bulldogs. Nixon in the gun. He's got Martinez to his left. He's got Henderson in the slot on the right as he goes to Gutierrez. And Gutierrez is hit and bottled up right at the line of scrimmage. They're bringing up 4th down. So let's see what the Bulldogs decide to do here. They do have the wind at their back. But from here, it'd be about a 48-yard field goal attempt. Facing a 4th and 10, and you're right at that spot at the 30-yard line where a punt likely goes into the end zone, comes out to the 20. It'd be a net difference of only 10 yards. So why not? They're going to go for the first down here. And now an official's timeout. Might have been something about the play clock or something. We see Coach Coy Detmer, head coach of the Eagles, former Mission quarterback himself back in the 1990s. Took his team to the state semifinals back in 91. Here's a snap to Nixon, and they're going to give it a reverse. This is Dylan Martinez trying to get around the right side. Crosses up to the 25-yard line before he's shoved out of bounds, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So a terrific effort by Mackay, but they're able to get 5 yards, but they needed 10. And it'll be a turnover to the Mission Eagles. And I'm sure Coach Kevin Brewer has enough confidence in his defense that they can hold Mission, giving it up here at the 24-yard line with 1:15 left here in the third quarter. (20-7) is our score. Bulldogs in front. And here goes Mission moving from right to left. They hand this off, and it's a short gain of maybe 2 yards. And it'll bring up 2nd down and 8. We're joined now by the athletic director for McAllen ISD. Ms. Paula Gonzalez is up here in the booth with us. And Coach Paula, good to see you. You're dressed warm, I can see, because you've been outside most of the time. It's kind of cold out there.
Great weather for football.
Yep, it is. And let me adjust your microphone just a wee little bit here, and we can hear you a little bit better. And we're in the last minute of the third quarter, and I asked you to come up so we could talk a little bit about volleyball right now. Volleyball is in the thick of things in the playoffs as we see this reverse play by Mission. And they're going to see they got a big room there at the 30 and a first down and more, all the way up past the 40-yard line to about the 45. A nice run by Steve Villarreal. And he gets it. We'll see where they spot this. It's going to be at the Mission 47-yard line, and a gain of 21 yards and a first down for the Eagles. And right now we've got the regional tournament going on in volleyball playoffs, and we've got two McAllen ISD teams there, Nicky Rowe and McAllen Memorial. This is the final 16 teams in the state of Texas that are still standing here out of probably hundreds of teams that start off, as we see, I think, a mishandled snap. And the Eagles lose a point. But to tell us a little bit about the strength of our volleyball programs this year. I know, and I don't mention McHigh, but McHigh also had a very good season getting into the playoffs too.
We're super excited, of course. Like you said, Sweet 16. There's 16 teams left in the state of Texas, and of course all vying to be one of the 4 that go to the state tournament. So super excited about that. As a district, you're right, we did great. We had we're first, second, and third. Rowe was the district champions, so we were excited about that. So Memorial was the second place seed, and of course then McHigh. So we're super excited. They've done exceptional in the playoffs too. We've had some very decisive wins. I think the girls are peaking as the season continues and keeps going on. So we are extremely super excited about that.
All right, let's talk more about that in a moment. We've reached the end of the third quarter, so let's take a quick break. We'll be back with the fourth quarter in just a moment.
Ever see a vehicle advertised at a price you want and you drive over to get it and it's gone? Don't fall for those gimmicks. Bogus will give you a real deal, and 2 locations right here in the Valley. Come see for yourself. It's better at Bogus.
And we're back here on football night in McAllen, and the long pass by the Mission Eagles is it caught? Yes, it is. Bobbled a little bit, but they made a big catch there by Sebastian Gonzalez all the way down to the Bulldog 14-yard line. And it's a 36-yard completion. Yeah, you could see that ball was bobbled, and he came down with it. So a good play there by Mission, and they've got a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And see what they do here is they move their tight end from the left to the right side. And now Gomez wants to fake the handoff and throw. Caught at the 10. It's Moranta. Moranta hit near the goal line, and I believe they're going to signal touchdown. It is a touchdown for the Mission Eagles. 14 yards and a touchdown. So they've gotten right back into this game, trailing now 20-13. That was Moranta. And they're going to attempt the extra point now. This will be Rene Rodriguez, the kicker. So snap, hold, the kick is up and away. And it's good. And we've got a game going on here. It's 11:22 to go here in the fourth quarter. And it's the Bulldogs in front still, 20-14. But the Eagles have 2 unanswered touchdowns here in this quarter. Take another look at the replay. This is a play-action pass by Gomez. It's going to be his 6th touchdown pass of the season. Hits Moranta, who is wide open at the 10. Broke a tackle at about the 1, goes in for the touchdown. It's 20-14 Bulldogs. So we take another look at that score, and we head to break. You're watching Football Night in McAllen.
Give us a chance to get to know you better. Honesty, integrity, and quality of service. Rio Bank, your kind of bank, your kind of banker.
And we're back on Football Night in McAllen. Bulldogs lead at 20-14. Here's the kickoff by the Eagles. And this is going to bounce at about the 2 and then go into the end zone. and the Bulldogs will take the touchback. It'll come out to the 25-yard line. Well, we're joined by Paula Gonzalez, the athletic director for McAllen ISD, and we're talking about the regional volleyball tournament, the Sweet 16, and it's also fortunate this year. Not only do we have two teams in it, Nicky Rowe and McAllen Memorial, but also getting to host the regional tournament too. That's a golden opportunity for these teams, isn't it?
Absolutely. So I think it makes the Sweet 16 even sweeter. We're super excited, of course, for McAllen ISD to be hosting the regional tournament. I think it's a great opportunity. This is our second year. We hosted last year at UTRGV. This year we'll be at Nicky Rowe, so we're super excited. It's a 3-game tournament. We have a 6 o'clock game, which of course we'll have Memorial High School will be playing the first game, the 6 o'clock game.
And that's tomorrow night, right?
Tomorrow night against San Antonio Connor. And then our 8 p.m. game will be Nicky Rowe against San Antonio Reagan. So we're super excited, and of course the winners of each match will continue to play, and they will play on Saturday at 12 o'clock once again in Nicky Rowe, with the winner going to the state tournament. So it's super exciting.
That's the state final four.
State
you get
final
to that
four.
point. Wow, yeah, that's big time. And I know we've had a lot of success in terms of getting there. This is the I believe at least the third straight year we've had at least 2 teams advance, right? And maybe 4 years or more that we've had at least one.
Yes, and you know we were talking about it with some of the coaches, and I think we kind of get so used to our teams doing well and kind of advancing from district to by district or area regionals and so forth. But it's definitely a big accomplishment. It's a tough feat for them to be able to compete and get to the regional tournament, and then like you said, Mark, year after year, it's definitely an accomplishment, and I think it's a great thing for our athletes, for our coaches, and I think for the community, especially for the community. It's a great thing that we're playing here in the Valley.
Bulldogs going for it here on 3rd and 10, going to go long, and it's incomplete, intended for Dylan Martinez, and that'll bring up 4th down and 10 with 10:35 here in the 4th quarter. And I think last year it was Mackay and Memorial in the regional tournament. This year, Memorial and Rowe. Who are the 3 head coaches? I mean, you've had some. It's been very steady with our head coaching staffs at the 3 schools, hasn't it? And all 3 have had a lot of success.
Yes, they have. Starting off with Nicky Rowe, we have Coach Magda Canales. Once again, does an excellent job. Fundamentally sound team. They're a lot of times they're known for their defense. Play really hard with a lot of tenacity, a lot of determination, so they do really well. Memorial High School, we have Lorena Lopez, once again has done really well. Her team is young this year, but they have definitely excelled. They do have some leadership, some senior leadership, and she's done an excellent job also with her team. And of course we have Mac High, Coach Paula Dodge, who once again has done an excellent job with them. The girls do really well, are also fundamentally sound. I don't think I can say enough for them. They're very hard workers, very dedicated, and they're just great role models for our student athletes.
And with some of the talent they've helped cultivate, I mean, you have some players in all 3 that are probably capable of playing at the next level.
Yes, and I think that showed last year. We had a few Division I athletes that we were extremely proud of, and I know that we're talking right now about our high school programs, but I think we should also note that our middle school programs do exceptionally well. We have a lot of players, a lot of athletes, a lot of parents that dedicate a lot of time and do play with travel teams and with club teams and develop those skills. So I think if you attend some of our middle school games, you can already see some of the promising athletes that are really ready and determined to do a good job at the high school.
Antonio Rodriguez with the big time play there, got Mission's running back for a 3-yard loss. So 2nd and 13 now, under 10 minutes to go here in this 4th quarter. Bulldogs hanging on by 6 right now. They were up by 20 at one point as Gomez wants to throw toward the left sideline, and it's caught, but it's going to be a negligible gain. Nice open field tackle by Jackson Helmkamp, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 13 still, as they held him to no gain on the play. And Coach, I know the regional tournament, the further you go into the playoffs, I mean, the tougher the competition gets. And I know we've got some talented teams here in McAllen, but I know they're facing some really talented teams from San Antonio, aren't they? These are some state-ranked teams that are coming in.
Yes, we got some state-ranked teams. Yes.
It's a tough region.
Yeah, it is a tough region, absolutely.
And then the 2 semifinal winners play at noon on Saturday. Also, all 3 games at the Nicky Rowe Gym.
Yes,
right?
With the right to advance to the state tournament.
All right, that's right. Well, best of luck to both Rowe and Memorial, and let's hope they can pull a win tomorrow, and then it would be great to have 2 McAllen teams for the regional title.
Well, thank you, Mark, and we hope we have a lot of fans there to support our teams.
Yeah, so we welcome anybody out there to come out there and see some really exciting volleyball action, and should be some really good stuff going on there. Coach,
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mark.
Yeah, great
thank
seeing
you very much.
All right, Coach Paula Gonzalez, the athletic director for McAllen ISD, and has to go to a lot of, I kind of envy her in her job. She has to go to a lot of sporting events all year long, and in every sport you can think of. So that's a pretty cool job to have. And no admission. Yeah, she just walks on in, sits wherever she wants. So here we go. And Coach Paula Gonzalez, good to see her, and glad she was able to come up and spend a few minutes with us. And really excited about the volleyball, which, by the way, I forgot to mention, we're going to be streaming the volleyball. So if you're not able to go tomorrow night to the Nicky Road Gym, you can see it here on McAllenisd.org. We'll have both games. In fact, it's Coach Paula Dodge is going to be our announcer for that one, so it'll be expert hands describing the action between Nicky Road and Memorial as they play the 2 San Antonio teams. All right, well, Coach, thank you very much.
Thank you, Mark.
We'll let you head out. And with 8:50 to play here in the fourth quarter, it's Mac High in front by a score of 20-14. So we have a officials timeout, I believe. It's Coach Kevin Brewer out there discussing something with the referee, Mr. David Corona. Still says 4th down and 12 out there, and there is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what that's about. There's Coach Coy Detmer on his side.
Holding on the kicking team, number 50. That penalty line. The result of the play is first down, McAllen.
So the result of the play was a punt, and it'll be the Bulldogs football at their own 41-yard line. Bulldogs with a 20-14 lead here with just under 9 minutes to play in the game. It's going to be a tight one here, it looks like. Bulldogs were on top 20-0 at halftime, but Mission has reasserted themselves here in the second half and scored 2 touchdowns on the last 2 possessions. Well, 2 of the last 3 possessions. After that punt, that was the first time the Bulldogs had kept them out of the end zone here in the second half. So here we go. Aaron Nixon, the sophomore quarterback, in the shotgun, going to hand this off. And it looks like Gutierrez fighting his way up to about the 43-yard line. And a gain of about 2 on the play. Bring up 2nd down and 8. You see the replay there. Gutierrez dragging a couple of Mission defenders with him for most of that distance. So 2nd down and 8. Gutierrez in the backfield gets the handoff, or actually it's Nixon who's keeping it around the left side. He crosses the 50 into Eagle territory to the 47-yard line. It's a great fake there. It's the second time they've done that tonight, and both times they fooled me. And a 10-yard pickup and a first down for the Bulldogs. Under 8 minutes to go now. Handoff Gutierrez on first down. And crosses the 45 to about the 44 after he's brought down by Tomas Garcia, the Eagles linebacker. It's a gain of 3 on the play. Actually a gain of 2. That puts Gutierrez at 100 yards for the night. 17 yards shy of it. Looks like it's going to stand. I see no flags out there. And we're tied at 20. So the Mission band playing their fight song. Victor Gutierrez being mobbed on the Eagles sideline.
Return for a touchdown. After the play was over, we have a personal foul on the defense, number 50.
So a 15-yard penalty against the Bulldogs being tacked on. That'll probably be on the kickoff.
The penalty will be assessed on the kickoff.
Only the third penalty tonight against the Bulldogs. But the more disastrous news is the fumble that was scooped up by Victor Gutierrez. And when we look at the replay, we'll see if we can see who caused the fumble. And Gutierrez going in 51 yards for a Mission touchdown that ties the game at 20. Here's the extra point try. It'll be Alti Hidina to hold. Low snap, but a hold is there. Rodriguez's kick is up, and it's good. And Mission, for the first time tonight, has the lead at 21-20 with 6:13 to play here in the ballgame. Here's another look at that replay. And you can see the fumble there caused by number 24, Tomas Garcia, and then picked up by Gutierrez. Ran it in 51 yards for the touchdown. And Garcia caused it, and Gutierrez ran it in. And just as the Bulldogs seemed to be holding the Eagles, they were running out the clock. Maybe weren't going to get the first down there, but we're going to punt maybe and pin the Eagles down deep and force the Eagles to have to go to the length of the field to possibly overtake them. But instead, with the fumble, it's Mission in front 21-20. There's another good angle right there. And a smart play by Gutierrez to assume the ball was live and go there and pick it up. You could see Garcia kind of looked at it and maybe didn't realize the ball was out or thought it was a dead ball. And you see the ball clearly did come out and then picked up there. So they've and they've advanced the ball 15 yards on the kickoff, which they're about to do right now. They're at the Bulldog 45-yard line. Now, some teams will take advantage of this kind of situation and go onside kick. And with only a 1-point lead with 6 minutes to go, I imagine Mission will kick it deep and put the Bulldogs probably in for a touchback. Here's Rodriguez approaching the ball. He's going to kick this high, and it's going to be short, and it's going to be fielded about the 6-yard line. So there will be a return across the 15, now across the 20, and up to about the 27-yard line. Nice return there by Christian Solis. And the Bulldogs have good field position at their own 27. They have all three of their timeouts. They trail only by 1 point here in this fourth quarter with 6:07 to play. Winner of this game goes into the playoffs. And for the loser, the season is done. There's Nixon out of the gun, going to give it to Gutierrez. Crosses the 30. He's still turning his way forward up to about the 35-yard line, about 2 yards shy of the first down. Fortunately, there's still plenty of time left. The Bulldogs can stick to their ground game if that's what they want to do. It's been very effective for them here tonight. 9 yards for Gutierrez. Gutierrez just 6 yards shy of 1,000 right now. So 2nd down and 1. They give it to Gutierrez again, going over the right side, is hit at the line of scrimmage, and he'll go down there, and it'll still be 3rd down and 1. Got an official's timeout on the field right now. Clock stops at 5:24 to play in this game, and Mission in front 21-20. And Mackay just needs to maintain their composure. They've still got plenty of time to come back in this game and take the lead. Now, they do have the wind kind of in their faces, so that could be impactful once they get into field goal range. They're trailing by a point here in the fourth quarter. The touchdowns in this game for Mackay, we've had Gutierrez. Roy Gutierrez has scored twice. The quarterback, Aaron Nixon, called his own number one time for a touchdown. And then 3 touchdowns by Mission: Alex Gomez, Moranta, the running back, and Victor Gutierrez, the defender, who ran a fumble in there to take the lead. And there we see the weather report: 59 degrees outside, winds at about 8 miles per hour, but coming out of the north. Cloudy conditions here in McAllen tonight. We'll have another game for you tomorrow night, too. It'll be Nicky Rowe against McAllen Memorial. We'll also have regional volleyball tournament action for you. Memorial against San Antonio O'Connor at 6, and at 8 o'clock, Nicky Rowe against San Antonio Reagan. So here go the Bulldogs, 3rd down and 1 at their own 36-yard line. Nixon's in the gun, Gutierrez in the backfield along with Cantu. Henderson in the slot to the left side. And they're going to hand this off to Gutierrez. Big hole left side into the secondary. 1st down and more. Hit at the 50 and still pumping those legs across the 45. And an unbelievable run all the way down to the 35-yard line. He must have carried half the Mission team with him. And the fans on their feet loving that. 29 yards. That puts Gutierrez up to 140 yards for the game and puts him over 1,000 yards for the season. So congratulations to him. He's also had a couple of scores here tonight. I know he wants to get one more, though, as the Bulldogs trail by a point. And he takes this one for a couple yards up to the 33. He's 2nd down and 8. As a team, the Bulldogs are up to 182 yards on the ground tonight and 44 yards in the air. Clock now at 4:17 to go. Bulldogs have all 3 of their timeouts. Down by 1 point. As they hand this off, is Gutierrez again up to the 30-yard line. It'll bring 3rd down. So the clock continues to run. It's under 4 minutes to play in this game now. As we've told you, this is essentially a playoff game as the winner moves on to play next week. So it's 3rd down and 5. Crowd getting into it. High snap. Nixon back to throw toward the right. And it's caught. Christian Solis out of bounds at the 2-yard line. And a great job by the offensive line here, providing plenty of time for Nixon to wait for Solis to get downfield, throw it up there where Solis could run underneath it, and they're out of bounds at the 2. It's a 28-yard pickup. Look at that replay. First and goal for the Mackay Bulldogs. Down by a point, 3:27 to go. High snap, ball comes loose. They fall on it. Gutierrez able to recover it, and almost a disaster for the Bulldogs. Gutierrez falls on the football, does lose some yardage back to the 6. They lose 4 yards. But more importantly, they retain possession. And it'll be 2nd down and goal from there. It was kind of a high snap that led to the fumble in the backfield, and Gutierrez fortunately fell on it. And the Bulldogs still with a chance here. Mind you, all they need is a field goal to take the lead. But they do have the wind in their faces. On 2nd down, give it to Gutierrez, trying to get around the right side. It's hit at the 5, gets down to the 4-yard line. It'll be 3rd and goal. Bulldogs 4 for 11 on 3rd down. Clock is still running at 2:17 to go. 2:16 and 2:15. 3rd and goal. Cantu and Gutierrez in the backfield. Nixon wants to throw into the end zone. It's caught. Henderson, touchdown. Bulldogs take the lead. How about that? Gunnar Henderson with his 15th touchdown of the year at the Golden Shoes. And he struck gold for these Bulldogs. They take the lead 26-21. They're going to go for 2 here because they did miss an extra point. They're going to snap it to Henderson out of the Wildcat. He'll throw it into the end zone, and it's incomplete. The try for 2 is no good. And so Mackay still with the lead, however, 26-21 with 2:06 remaining in the game. Mission has 2 timeouts to work with, but oh, what a play, what a drive by McAllen High School. Drive that started way back at their 27-yard line. So we take another look at that touchdown. Gunnar Henderson running an inside slant, caught that, and put the Bulldogs in front with 2:06 to play. We'll continue here on Football Night in McAllen.
Ever since I was young, I've had a passion for science, and I really hope to change the world through chemistry.
We're back here on Football Night in McAllen. There we see the touchdown catch by Henderson again. It's his 15th score of the season, his 8th touchdown reception. And for Aaron Nixon, it's his 3rd touchdown pass. So that scoring drive started at the Bulldog 27, 9 plays, 73 yards. And then Henderson to catch from Nixon for 4 yards out on 3rd and goal. Puts the Bulldogs up 26-21. Sam Maldonado about to kick off here for the Bulldogs. He's going to kick this one as deep as he can. Get all the way back to the 8-yard line. Going to be a return across the 20, then hit and down at the 22-yard line. Terrific tackle there by Jackson Helmkamp, who seemingly wrote the book on open field tackles. The return was by Alejandro Lopez. There is a flag down, a couple of flags down. We'll see what this is about. Clock is stopped at 2:01 to play in the game. Bulldogs up by 5. Bulldogs were up 20-0 at one point. Mission came all the way back to take the lead at 21-20. And now Mackay has answered back with a 73-yard scoring drive that took about 3.5 minutes off the clock and has retaken the lead 26-21 after the try for 2 was no good. And this looks like it's going to be against Mission as they're walking the ball back, but let's see if we'll get an explanation here from the referee, Mr. Corona.
After the return, we have unsportsmanlike conduct on number 82 of the return team. Half the distance to the goal. First down. Mission.
Wow. Unsportsmanlike conduct after the play. They had run it out to the 22-yard line, and they had the penalty was half the distance, so that moves it back to the 11. And we have 2:01 to go. So Mission still has 2 timeouts to work with. A little bit out of their comfort zone as they're more of a running team than a passing team, as Gomez is going to run it, and he's going to be tackled at about the 13-yard line by the Bulldogs, number 73, Carlos Rivera. And Mission by no means is in a position to where they can just do 3 yards in a cloud of dust. They've got to get the ball downfield. Gomez out of the gun, rolling out. Now he's going to throw this one long, and it is caught at the 40-yard line. Players running at the 30. One man coming, tackles him at the 15-yard line. Nathan Godinez saves the touchdown, but a huge catch there by Steve Villarreal. They're going to spot this ball at the Bulldog 13-yard line. Gain of 73 yards. Here's another look at the replay. Wow, what a catch by Villarreal. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Throw for the end zone left side, and it's incomplete. They were trying to hit Gonzalez over on that left side, but there is a flag down. By the way, Gomez now over 1,000 yards passing for the season. We got a flag in the end zone. See what this is about. It's a first down, or was first down at the 13-yard line, pending the outcome of this play. Clock is stopped at 1:05 to play in the game. Mackay in front, 26-21, but Mission just completed a 73-yard completion down to the 13. The last play was incomplete, but let's see what the flag is about.
Defensive pass interference on the defense number 10. That foul happened in the end zone. Ball will be placed at the 2-yard line. Automatic first down.
So ends up being an 11-yard penalty for pass interference. We take a look at that replay. And so it'll be an automatic first down at the 2-yard line. Bulldogs up 26-21, a minute 5 to go. Plenty of time for Mission. They have to get a touchdown, however. A field goal won't help them. They hand it off, Moranta up the middle. Moranta goes in for the score. And Mission has regained the lead. It's a 2-yard run. And Mission in front now, 27-26. They'll probably go for 2 to try to make it a 3-point lead. For Moranta, that's his second touchdown of the evening. He caught a 14-yard pass earlier. Mission elects to call timeout to go over the 2-point play. That'll leave them with 1 timeout remaining. In a way, it was probably best that the touchdown came on 1st and goal. That gives Mackay the maximum amount of time to try to get back into this. 59.7 seconds left. And Mission in front, 27-26. So timeout on the field right now. Boy, it's been high drama here in this 4th quarter. Mackay led at one point 20-0 at halftime. Mission came back, was trailing 20-14 going into the 4th quarter, and then scored on a defensive play to take a 21-20 lead. Then Mackay came back with a touchdown drive and led at 26-21. Now Mission has scored to gain the lead by 1 point. And they're going for 2 here, but there is a whistle.
Offside on the defense number 2. Half the distance to the goal. Repeat the try.
Okay, that's only a 1-yard penalty, but it still puts Mission a little closer. And if they can get a 3-point lead, and then Mackay can tie with the field goal, force overtime, or can win the game with a touchdown. And Mackay does have all 3 of their timeouts left, and they have just under 60 seconds to work with. So here's Gomez under center, going to toss this to the right side. Hit in the backfield is Moranta, and he goes down. No good. David Chiquito with a good tackle there, and a couple of other Bulldogs in there to deny the attempt for 2 points. And so it remains Mission 27, Mackay 26. And a field goal would be enough to win the game for the Bulldogs. We take a look at the touchdown by Moranta. Going in from 2 yards out. Try for 2 was no good. Mission in front by 1 point with 1 minute to go. We'll take a break. We'll be back in just a moment.
My dream is to become a marine biologist because I have always loved sharks and turtles, and exploring ocean life is what I want to do.
Don't go anywhere. It's going to be an exciting final minute here at McAllen Veterans Memorial Stadium. It's been a playoff atmosphere, playoff caliber game here between these two teams. Series that started back in the 1920s, and it's going down to the wire here in the 21st century. And here's the kickoff, goes out of bounds. It'll be a touchback. No time comes off the clock, as the Bulldogs will end up with the ball at the 25-yard line. So that was kind of a best-case scenario there for Mackay. They have all three of their timeouts with 59 seconds to work with. Now, the only downside is that they a little bit out of their comfort zone. They're going to have to throw the ball. They've been so effective with the run tonight, with about 185 yards they put up on the ground. But they'll go into a passing formation here. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Nixon in the backfield with Gutierrez, who stays in the block. Nixon wants to throw. Now he's hit and sacked. Victor Gutierrez and also Alexander Gomez in there to sack him. The first sack tonight by the Mission Eagles back at the 17-yard line. And very quickly on 2nd down and 19, they say, Nixon out of the gun, going to throw to the right side. It's caught by Solis. He's out of bounds, about 9 yards short of the first down. So this will be 3rd down. Of course, it's 4-down territory at this point. 35 seconds left. They don't have to get it all in one swoop here, as Nixon wants to throw toward the sideline, and it's incomplete, intended for Solis, and it will be 4th down. 4th down and 9 from their 26-yard line. 31 seconds left. Down by 1 point, 27-26. Let's see, play clock down to 7 seconds. I think Mackay's going to use a timeout. The game clock stopped at 31, but Mackay calls a timeout there first with 31 seconds. And Mackay facing a 4th down and 9. They need to win this game to get into the postseason. And Mission also needed a win to get into the playoffs. Been a terrifically played game here tonight. A lot of exciting plays, a lot of big plays. And Mission in front right now, 27-26. So here are the touchdowns tonight for Mackay. Roy Gutierrez has 2 touchdown runs, 10 yards and 5 yards. The quarterback, Aaron Nixon, a 3-yard run. Gunnar Henderson caught a 4-yard pass from Nixon. And for Mission, Alex Gomez Moranta has 2. Victor Gutierrez has 1 from the defense. Here we go, 4th down and 9. This is the game. Snap to Nixon. Nixon looking to his left, going to throw it. It's caught by Henderson. Dodges 1 tackle at the 40, first down and more at the 50. Turns on the afterburners. He's at the 30. 1 man chasing at the 10. Pulls him down at the 5-yard line. 18 seconds left. I think he was tackled in bounds. So the clock will start when they pick up the set the first down chains, but they can call a timeout. Unbelievable plays. They lobbed it to Henderson, and Henderson would have been tackled short of the first down, but he sidestepped one defender and then took off down the left sideline. Unbelievable play. You see right there. And they take their they take their second timeout, and Henderson, touchdown saving tackle by Weldon Geralds. You see Henderson a little bit shaken up on the play. Comes up limping. They're going to spot the ball at the 4-yard line. A 70-yard play on 4th and 9. Bulldogs up to 155 yards passing now. They're stretching out Henderson on the sideline right now. Now it's a precarious position here for the Bulldogs as they face a 1st and goal at the 4 with 18 seconds left. We see Coach Coy Detmer over there. A lot of big plays out here. You got to wonder what's going through the mind of Coach Detmer as his team was seemingly out of it, came all the way back to retake the lead, fell behind again, then retook the lead, and now the Bulldogs knocking on the door at the 1st and goal at the 4. They're going to hand off Gutierrez, fakes his way through, and goes in, touchdown! A touchdown for the Bulldogs! Can you believe it? With 13 seconds left! Oh, the Bulldogs are going crazy on the sideline, the track, and everywhere. Gutierrez with his 3rd touchdown of the game, and it couldn't have come at a better time. The biggest touchdown of the year for the Bulldogs. 32-27, they take the lead again. The 4th lead change of this 4th quarter. It's been a frenetic 4th quarter here in this game, and I told everyone, don't go anywhere. The last minute's going to be exciting. Bulldogs take their final timeout as they will be going for 2 to try to establish a 7-point lead. But more importantly, look at this. Roy Gutierrez was so determined. He was hit at the goal line, slammed through 2 defenders to get in there for his 3rd touchdown tonight, being hugged by one of his offensive linemen. Let's give credit to those guys. 65 in there, Ricardo Salinas. And the rest of the offensive line, Sanders, Dowd, Guyona, Mejia, all doing a great job. We saw Zach Mejia, number 51, first one to congratulate him. And what a great job by the offensive line here tonight, both run blocking and pass blocking. Gutierrez, 147 yards and 3 touchdowns here tonight. Been an unreal game for this McAllen team. When we did talk about in the pregame how it would be high scoring, and it has been. And 4 lead changes in the 4th quarter. 13.8 seconds left. 5-point lead for the Bulldogs. Snap to Nixon on the try for 2. Throw to the end zone. It's caught, and the 2 is good. Gunnar Henderson. And Henderson, who had the 70-yard catch on 4th and 9, is the one who gave this team life when it all looked dead in the water. And they had a 1st and goal at the 4, and Gutierrez made no doubt about it from there. Gets a big hug from his coach, Kevin Brewer. Been a gutty game for Gunnar Henderson here tonight. So the 2-point conversion is good. It's 34-27. 5 touchdowns by these Bulldogs here tonight. 3 by Roy Gutierrez, 1 by the quarterback Nixon. Nixon also throwing for a touchdown, 1 to Henderson. And Henderson getting a 2-point conversion as well. And it's 34-27. Here's another look at that touchdown. And that would have been a tough situation if Gutierrez had been tackled short of the end zone. They would have had to use their final timeout. It would have been 2nd and goal. And then you're in a tough position because if on 2nd and goal you don't get in, the clock is going to continue to run. You might have to clock it, and then you're facing 4th and goal. And although they were in field goal range, with tonight the wind in your face toward that end zone, you just never know, and you don't really want it to come down to field goals. Here's Sam Maldonado. He's going to be kicking it off. Back to receive is 7 Lopez. Maldonado's going to try to squib kick this one. Picked up at the 25-yard line, immediately running toward the sideline. And up to the 28-yard line was Lopez. And so Mission will have the ball from the 28. They need a touchdown to win this game, or actually even tie it and force overtime. They're down by 7 points. There's 10.6 seconds left. Mission with 1 timeout, so they can still throw it over the middle somewhere, and they would get a stoppage for the first down movement of the chains, and then they could use their last timeout, but then they'd have to heave it up for the end zone. Really only time for about 2 plays. Exciting game here, 34-27. Here we go, last 10 seconds. Gomez back to throw, flushed out of the pocket. Now running the ball at the 30 to the 40-yard line, has the first down. but he's still 60 yards away from the end zone. The clock stops with just under 3 seconds to play. It's at 2.9. It's an 11-yard run. They're still 61 yards away from the end zone. What a game this has been. It's been one that people will talk about for a long time. And it's not over yet. Mackay up by 7. 3 seconds left. Mission 61 yards away from the end zone. Gomez back to throw. He's going to air it out. The horn is sounded, and the ball's tipped and incomplete. It's over. It's over. And Mackay has won it. They looked dead in the water at one point. Your heart went out for them. Then they come back. 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter, and the Bulldogs pull this one out 34-27. And look at the happiness there on those players and Coach Brewer. Congratulations to all the Bulldogs and the Bulldog coaching staff. A great victory here, 34-27 over the Mission Eagles. And the Bulldogs are in the playoffs. How about that? Now the post-game handshake, good sportsmanship by both of these teams. It's a well-played game by the Mission Eagles. They certainly came to play, and they didn't give up by any stretch when they were down 20-0 at one point. And give them credit for coming back in this game, not once but twice. They took the 2 fourth quarter leads. And the Bulldogs scoring the winning touchdown with just under 14 seconds to play. So we take a look at some highlights from the first half. We're going to have our post-game show here in just a moment with Jake Berry. It's the Bulldogs winning it 34-27. And Bulldogs, welcome to the playoffs. Next game's going to be tomorrow night. It's going to be the McAllen Memorial Mustangs against the Nicky Rowe Warriors. Winner is the city champion, and winner is the district champion. Memorial could either win and hold the district title for themselves or share it with Nicky Rowe, depending on the outcome. And congratulations to all 3 McAllen ISD teams, the Bulldogs, Warriors, and Mustangs, going into the playoffs this year. And I want to just say to Bulldog Nation, congratulations and welcome to the postseason. We'll have Jake Berry with the postgame show in just a moment. Thanks for watching Football Night in McAllen.
We'd like all the seniors to get on the field right now. It's senior night. How about all the seniors get on the field? Let's celebrate.
Welcome to the sideline post-game show. A victorious night for the McAllen Bulldogs as they withstand and come from behind late to beat Mission 34-27. It was all set up by Gunnar Henderson, who looked like he had gotten injured in the first half, was able to rebound. He was hobbling up and down the field, and it looked like it was a swing pass into the flats, and he took it all the way down inside the 10-yard line, and McAllen was able to punch it in inside the 5, I believe, and he was able to punch it in. McAllen victorious 34-27, and this was a crucial game. It looked like McAllen had sealed it. Mission came up with a big play over the top to get inside the red zone. They score, and just an incredible play. A sophomore at quarterback and Aaron Nixon, and he was able to lead this team with the help of a superb running game. Some fortuitous defensive bounces went their way, and they were able to come from behind late and secure the victory 34-27, putting them in the playoffs. This was a team that you'll see right here, Aaron Nixon handing it off for the score right here by Roy. And McAllen victorious tonight. But this secures a playoff spot for the Bulldogs. It was McAllen or Mission. Win and you're in. They win, and you'll see right there, Gunnar Henderson only had one good leg in this game, able to score, and just great plays by the McAllen Bulldogs. We're efforting right now to get Coach Brewer in. If we can, we'll have Gunnar Henderson come over here and hobble his way over here. But as you can tell right now, Coach Brewer doesn't want to come over here. He's celebrating with his team. A great victory for them. They're going to go to the playoffs. The opposite of last year. But just a tremendous game. You know what? Let's just put a wrap on this. We're going to see them in the playoffs. A great victory by the McAllen Bulldogs, winning 34-27 over the Mission Eagles. For Jake Berry, myself, that's me, the crew of MITV, everybody that puts this, makes this possible, thank you. And we'll see you tomorrow as Nicky Rowe will face off with McAllen Memorial.